again. So this is part 3 of our new ambassador training video in our last video. So thank you for sticking with me so far, and hopefully so far the information has been helpful for you guys. So again, you're going to need your manual. So make sure that you have it pulled up at files.drinkitpink.com/new ambassador, or maybe that's a / I think I've been saying back all the time. And get that pulled up. So what we're going to talk about right now is we're going to start with compliance rules to remember. We do have certain rules that we have to follow. A lot of our compliance rules with Plexus are not necessarily something that Plexus has set up themselves, but we are governed by the FTC and the FDA, so we have to follow certain rules, or else it could harm our actual company. So it won't just put our business in jeopardy, it could put the entire Plexus company in jeopardy. So make sure you are following these rules. So you cannot sell products on eBay, Amazon, Craigslist, or any other site like that. This will definitely automatically suspend your ambassadorship for doing something like this. No listing product prices publicly. So you can't post on Facebook, try our Slim, our Slim Accelerator combo for $99.95. So you can't post what the price is. Just direct them to the website. All the prices are on the website. Or you can private message people. You could always give the prices in a private message. No posting actual income amounts publicly. I can't tell you what I make publicly. I can tell you privately. If somebody wants to message you privately and ask how much you made, you can tell them that way. But you can't say an actual amount publicly. You cannot break up our pills to give away as samples. Plexus does provide samples for some of our products. I know we don't have them for everything, so you can't open up your bottle of lock and hand people a couple of products. So this is definitely going to be against FDA guidelines. While our products are not FDA approved, we are governed by the FDA. They're not FDA approved because they are supplements. FDA does not approve supplements or a drug association, but they do still govern and have, they do govern and supervise supplement companies. So they are still going to our companies and looking at everything. So this is something that we cannot do. It's not safe. And somebody can make a claim that they took something that wasn't actually a Plexus product. So just keep yourself safe on that. No medical claims. You can share or tell a story and how Plexus products have helped people or helped you with medical conditions. You can never claim that it's going to be the case. So do not say, do you have cancer? Plexus will cure you. Clearly do not say that. But even do not say, are you struggling with arthritis? Plexus can help you. Are you struggling with fibromyalgia? Plexus can help you. Are things that you know that Plexus really can help with? Don't claim that it will unless it's something the product was actually designed to do. We can make weight loss claims because our products were designed as a weight loss product, and the fast relief was designed to help with pain, but we still have to be very careful on how we word things. So if you're ever in doubt on what you can say, go to the website and look how they word things. Those are things we can say that are on the website. Other than that, make things just testimonies. So if you're sharing a testimony, just share the testimony. If it's a testimony about someone that struggled with anxiety, don't start it by saying, hey, if any of your friends have struggled with anxiety, please read this testimony. Don't say that. Just share the testimony. Do not add your website. You're not selling a product here. You're only sharing a testimony. You're only sharing a story. No selling the products lower than the suggested retail value. So you can't say, hey guys, I got all my Slim today for $50. This is undercutting other ambassadors. It isn't fair for others who can't afford to sell it for that cost. So you have to sell the products at suggested retail value. You cannot be an ambassador of a competing company, so you can't sell for 2 weight loss companies or 2 health and wellness companies. And you cannot recruit Plexus ambassadors to another direct sales company you are a part of. So if you also sell makeup, you cannot go to another Plexus ambassador that you did not know before and also encourage them to sell under you. You also cannot advertise on Facebook about your makeup company if you're friends with other Plexus ambassadors, because that's the same as recruiting them to your company. So these are ones, the cross recruiting is one that the company is big on, so make sure you're very cautious on that. So if you do have another business that you're part of, get with your upline and kind of come up with a game plan on how you can do both without breaking any rules. Any product specials you are wanting to run must be kept private. Especially with join up, when joining, just remember if it's anything to do with product, it's got to be private. You can say, message me for my sign-up special this month, but you can't say, join my team this month and I'll give you a free bottle of Lock. You can advertise the join fee. You can say, join my team this month and for free. Say, join my team this month for free, and basically refund them the $34.95. You can, and the $34.95 is a price that you can talk about. You can say it's $34.95 to join the company. That's the only price you can talk about, and that's the only thing that you can say that you're going to discount. The prices on the products and giving away the products or discounting the products, you cannot post. You cannot talk about that publicly. So just remember, this list is not all-inclusive. These are just some of the major compliance rules that I want to cover that is probably broken the most because people don't realize them. So those are the big ones. Common questions and answers. This is a great list to go through because you're going to get lots of questions, and this is a good one to know all of these different answers to some of these questions. I'm not going to read through every one of them, but I want to say it's very important when you're being asked questions to keep it simple and keep it conversational in tone. If you sound very professional and throw out a bunch of, sobby stuff that makes you sound really smart, they're going to put their guard up. But if you're conversational, then they feel like they're buying from a friend, not a salesperson. So, and try to end everything with a question so that they respond back. So if someone says, what is the stuff you're selling? Say, it's just, this pink drink that you mix in water. It tastes like Kool-Aid and the rest is pills. Do you have any health issues that you're dealing with? Are you wanting to lose weight? And see what they're looking for. So, and then instead of saying, all of the ingredients and all of the different products, keep it very simple and keep the conversation going back and forth. And I usually always start by, are you wanting to lose weight? Do you have health issues that you're wanting to see go away? To try to figure out, or are you interested in the business? That's another question I ask a lot. If someone just says, okay, I'm ready to try this now, because I'm getting that a lot. Now that I've been doing this a while, people have been watching me for a while, and so they'll say, I've been watching for you for 2 years, I'm ready now. And I'm like, okay, what are you ready for? Are you ready for the business? Do you just want to try the products? So, make sure you always keep the conversation going back and forth. So, and this just kind of gives you, if you'll go through this list and read it, it gives you answers to some questions that you might not really know how to answer. It tells you kind of a way to answer it again in conversational modes. Like a funny one on this one, I've had people ask why Plexus is not a member of the DSA, which is the Direct Selling Association. And the response is, I have no idea. Is that a deal breaker? Because really, I really don't know why we're not part. It's a question that's been asked a lot, and I've never gotten a clear answer, but I know that they're not going to join it. So if that's a deal breaker for somebody, this may not be the company for them. But honestly, I didn't even know what it was before, so clearly not a deal breaker for me. So some other ones. Is it safe for a 13-year-old to take the accelerator? You need to ask your doctor. Is she wanting to lose weight? Is she having health problems? So again, ask it, anytime, though, I will say that somebody comes to you, is it safe? Almost always going to need to refer back to the doctor. Is it safe for my child? Is it safe while I'm pregnant? Is it safe while I'm taking XYZ medications? Is it safe while I do this? These are questions we are not trained to answer. They need to take it to their doctor. So you can say, I have had many customers, because I have personally had many customers who have had the Slim approved by the doctor while they were breastfeeding, for example. And I'll tell them that. I've had many customers, and I personally drank the Slim while I was breastfeeding. However, I would ask your doctor first, just to make sure that it's something that you feel comfortable with. So usually at that point, if they know that you did, if you have lots of people that did, they're going to go ahead and do it. But make sure you always suggest to talk to their doctor. So this is very important on that one. But again, and then ask them with a question. Make sure you're always ending with a question so that the conversation continues to move and it's not a dead conversation. Moving on to back office information. This right here is going to show you step by step how to go through your reports. I had the video. I don't know if you've watched this yet, but I told you that I had a video that I made. But this actually tells you the exact steps to do. So if you're a visual learner, you might do the video. If you're better at like reading it like this, you might go through this way. So it's just another thing to go through. Show you how to navigate your back office. Shows you how to check your ambassador genealogy report, which is probably one of the most checked reports, especially as your team grows. It shows you how to place an order in shop. Shows you how to see the orders that have been placed, how to check your financials. I will say the only thing on the financials, and it does say this here, when you're checking them for the first time, first know our payday's on the 15th. It'll be posted usually around the 1st of the month, but we don't get paid until the 15th. So make sure you realize that. Click on reports, financials to see it, and make sure your pop-up blockers are turned off. If pop-up blockers are on, you're not going to see anything when you hit generate report, and you're going to think you didn't get paid anything. But make sure your pop-up blockers are off. A window will pop up that shows everything. So even if you're 0, it will pop up and you'll see something that says 0. So if you're not seeing anything, you're not doing it correctly. Resources, we talked about that. There's lots of information there. You can see your year-to-date totals. So there's lots of great reports in there. Right here, this is why it's great to have this file printed out in a 3-ring binder. This is all the products at a glance. Here you can read, you can see the combos we have, read what they are, and then we have the retail price, preferred price, ambassador price. It's just handy to have. If you put this in a binder, maybe keep it in your car or keep it somewhere handy so that when you're talking to people, you can flip back to it quickly without having to pull it up on a website. And, you know, just to browse through while you're looking to try to start memorizing some of this stuff so you know it offhand. But it has all of our products. And then I have the full description of all the products. So these descriptions come from the website, but you can go through and see the full descriptions of all of our different products. What they do, what their ingredients are. Again, this is very handy to have printed out and kept with you so that you can use this, especially if you have a customer, like a prospect that just wants to meet and talk about things. Bring this binder with you so you have all of this information right here with you. So just, you know, go through this, you know, read up on this stuff. The ProBio, it goes through all the different strands of the probiotics. And then it talks about, do I have candida overgrowth? Okay, so I want to talk about this real quick too. You may have heard, you may not. There is a thing called a spit test, which you can do to check to see if you have candida. This is not something I personally promote and don't suggest promoting, solely because all this is testing is to see if you have candida in your mouth. You may have candida overgrowth in other parts of your body. Like, you know, women get yeast infections. The yeast is in that area. If you have thrush, it's going to be in your mouth. But you can have candida overgrowth in your mouth without having full-blown thrush. So a lot of people will get a negative spit test, a positive spit test, but there are some that will get a negative and have major candida overgrowth and think they're perfectly fine. So that's why it's kind of gross. So, So I just suggest looking at symptoms. It's more accurate, and it gives people a better idea if this is something that's going to help them. Most people, I will say, have a candida overgrowth because very few people live a perfect healthy lifestyle and have never been on medication. Things that can cause overgrowth: eating a diet high in refined carbs and sugars, consuming alcohol, not, I say a lot of alcohol, but really not even a lot of alcohol. If you have a glass of wine once a week, you know, there's a good chance that you have a candida overgrowth if you're not on Probio 5 to keep things in control. Taking birth control pills, living high-stress lifestyle, antibiotics, steroids, all kinds of medication are definitely going to do this. Those are one of the biggest ones, is the antibiotics and steroids. So make sure people realize this so you can kind of get a background of, have they been in the hospital a lot as a kid? You know, did they have this going on? And see if they've been unhealthy a lot. Because a lot of people that have the autoimmune disorders and the major candida overgrowth also had a period of sickness before this came on. And it kind of makes it click for them. Also, another thing that's very handy to do when you have a customer who has a health issue is putting it back in their court to do the research. And this is where being knowledgeable in this is helpful. You give them the information you know, and then you say, I don't know, maybe you should go research, you know, fibromyalgia and leaky gut and see what you think, because this is why I'm finding that the products are working with people with this and helping healing their bodies, is because of the candida overgrowth and the leaky gut connection tied with fibromyalgia. But, you know, do your research and see what you think. And anything that they have, if someone says, can Plexus help XYZ? Google XYZ leaky gut or XYZ candida and find out. Here are 10 common symptoms of candida. Skin and nail fungal infections. They can just have like toenails that look like they're falling off, athlete's foot, jock itch, feeling tired and worn down or suffering from chronic fatigue, adrenal fatigue, fibromyalgia, digestive issues, bloating, constipation, diarrhea. My big one was burping. And if I start eating too much sugar again, I start belching again. Like a man, and it drives my husband crazy. But I used to belch a lot when I was younger, and I realized it's because I ate so much candy. And my candida was probably completely out of control. And now I don't do that at all unless I, you know, take a week off, start eating candy again. It comes back like instantly. It's crazy. So that bloating and belching can be a big issue. Autoimmune disorders, Hashimoto's, rheumatoid arthritis, lupus, psoriasis, all of those autoimmune disorders are huge ones. Difficulty concentrating, poor memory, ADD, ADHD, brain fog, those can be big ones. Skin issues, eczema, psoriasis, hives, rashes, irritability, mood swings, anxiety and depression. Those are big ones we've seen huge help with. Urinary tract infections, yeast infections, severe seasonal allergies, another one that you hear a lot of things with the allergies, food allergies, itchy eyes, and strong sugar and carbohydrate cravings. So these are all huge signs that you have candida overgrowth. And really learn about this, though. If you want your business to be hugely successful, learn about the health benefits that Plexus can do, because that's where the key of it is. And those are the people who will never get off the products, because if you're changing someone's life, they're going to be on it forever. If you're just helping someone lose 10 pounds, people are fickle on that. So these are the ones that are also going to keep you going too. And then again, back to the other products. BioCleanse, our fast relief products, which are amazing and definitely underutilized. X Factor, the best vitamin out there. And then the last thing we're going to cover is the different ways to earn income with Plexus. So you have your sales, your retail sales, and the commissions that you make on them. You have your, so you're going to get 15% commission on your first 100 to 500, and then 25% commission on 500 and over. So if the first 100 you don't get paid on. So that is your qualifying order, that first $100. So all of your level ones, you're going to get 5% on their PV over 100. So again, the first 100 you're not going to get paid on. You're going to get your business building bonuses. So every time you sign up an ambassador, if they are a level 1, you'll get 50%. If they are a level 2, you'll get 25%. A level 3 is 15, and a level 4 is 10. And what this means, if it's a $100 welcome pack, you're going to get $25. As a level 1. If it's a $200 welcome pack, you're going to get $50 as a level 1, and then it cuts in half from there. But this is every time someone joins your team. So these can really start to add up as your team gets bigger and you get more, and you'll get an email that says, you have a new ambassador level 2, or you have a new ambassador level 4. And every time you get that email, you're going to get, that you're going to get paid something. So then there's the profit sharing, the Plexus pay points. This is kind of hard to explain in the beginning when you first started, but once you see it in action, you'll understand it more. But as you're going to get paid points on your team. So as you get ambassadors and start growing, all your level 1s, 2s, and 3s are worth 5 points. And once one of your people on your team hit $100 in PV, so once they get a sale for worth $100 or place an order worth $100, then you're going to get your 5 points on them. And then at the end of the month, you're going to get paid on those, however many points you have. If you have 15 points that first month, you're going to get paid on that. And the pay point is going to vary each month. It usually ranges around $3. That's about the average. So if you have 15 points, there's $45 on your paycheck you're going to get. So those are great. Then you have your preferred customer bonus, which we talked about before. And the achievement bonuses are as you hit your ranks, which again, your first rank is silver, 3 ambassadors in your team, and you're going to get a $100 bonus. And then they have the fast start bonus, which is for fast start gold. If you think that that's something that you're interested in, and it's a hard one to hit, but if you are ready to dive in and do this head first, get with your upline, get with me, I would be happy to help you out with that. And then you have your Emerald, Sapphire, and Diamond pulls, which this is, again, it's a profit sharing. They vary every month, but they are great. So it's something that you want to really strive for someday. And here's the full compensation plan chart. It shows you what's required for each rank. It shows you the bonuses, your preferred bonuses, and everything with the compensation. And then it talks about the Lexus Program, which is what you hit once you hit Emerald. So that is a great goal to have. So maybe get with your upline and come up with a game plan on, set a goal for when you want to do that. So that's always fun to strive for. And then this last page, this is for you to write in the name of your upline sponsor and their phone number. And I have given you my name and my number and my email. So please feel free, if you need anything from me, to let me know, and I am happy to help you out. And thanks, guys, for listening to this video. I hope it was helpful, and I'm so excited to have you on my team, and I look forward to getting to know you better.